Schwarzenegger Quartermaster, and this is actually a segment for Krampus Airsoft for my review. This is something that a few people have asked me about. It stays in my truck most of the time, and I very rarely ever pull it out. This is a shoulder bag, but inside this is my first aid kit. And a lot of people have been going, well, why do I carry such a big one? Well, I'll give you a little example. I was at one of the big events, and some poor guy got a smoke grenade thrown in the face. And that particular event, I didn't bring my IVAC kit, which is a little first aid kit. And I had to borrow one of my buddies, Cody from Ottawa, and he brought his, and we had to do some first aid and stuff on him. And from that moment on, I decided at all times I will have a first aid kit in my vehicle. So I chose a first responder kit. That's what I'm trained for. I have my tickets and all of that. So yay, that's the fun part. So we're gonna start with my first responder first aid kit. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy this video, and this will be the full tear now. Guys, this is basically a first responder trauma kit, and I had to take some things out of this kit that I'm not gonna show on camera, just because there are people that use like the pain medication or morphine injections the wrong way. And again, if you're not trained, I wouldn't let them do first aid on me. So this is more of the worst possible scenario why I carry this. But it has everything I need to do the job efficiently and correctly. So guys, hopefully you'll never need anything out of these bags, but it's always better to be prepared. So it's nice to have somebody who has a full trauma kit as well as IVAC kits. IVAC are emergency kits that are actually nice and small, and we'll talk about that in a later episode. So let's just start with the outer parts of the bag. Outer part of the bag is pretty simple. I carry a little camera on the top just in case I need to for, legal purposes. Up in the top here is my this is a face mask just in case I need them. I bag everything so it's good to go. Gloves, always carry at least 4 packs. Inside here is my basic first aid kit. And this is all my washable and waterproof plasters in one go. So if I need that, it's all there. Second part, micro first aid kit. This is basically your cuts, your scrapes, your bruises, anything that's little can go in here. This is a breakdown list, so if I have somebody assisting me, it kind of gives me my full breakdown of everything that's in my kit and the list of everything that else is broken down in each bag. So if you see when I go through here, you'll see every single bag has actually been differently segmented depending on what I'm dealing with. Now in this packet here, I've got some eye wash. This is for major trauma. This is a chest cavity wound patch. So this one opens up and actually is designed to stop a bullet wound. This is for a much bigger purpose. Disinfectant wipes. Now in here I have iodines, scalpel tips, all the extra stuff that's pre-packaged in, so I can actually lay it out and go very quickly and get what I need out of that. Again, that's part of more of my heavy duty major trauma kit. That one's empty. In the top here, these are the different gauzes and tapes that I carry all in one segment. Again, you pull it out, and then inside of that, your loose gauzes are all actually individually bagged. So again, there's no cross contaminations in them, and everything that's not bagged comes in its own wrapper. Again, you have to go through this, I'd say every 4 to 6 months to make sure everything's up to date and cleaned. There are expiry dates on your cleaners and stuff like that, so you have to go through that to make sure your first aid kit is 1, sterile, and 2, safe for use. Now in here, this is a little different. So this is my major kits for major traumas, huge patches for wounds, bigger cuts, special bandages that actually lock into each other so I can actually close a wound, saline washes, rubbing alcohols, another clamp set. So that's a huge first aid kit. That one again is for major traumas. This here is water saline solutions in syringe tubes, so I can get it into cuts, blow out all the dirt and crap in there, get them cinched down, and again, This is isopropyl alcohol, so again, if I need to clean it, it's good. You'll notice that there's going to be a recurring theme on every little thing in this bag. All right, in here, more patch sets. This is a sterile bandage. Again, everything in here is designed for different uses. It's really hard for me to go through it because I don't know what uses every single scenario will bring up. I'm just prepared for every single scenario with this kit. We'll open this up. This one here has, again, different smaller patches, different surgical, how do I put it, implements is the best way of saying it. You do have to take your first aid course to know how to use 90% of this. In here I have the first aid bandages, I have a splint set up here. I can build you a splint on the go in this, including the wire, what we call a mesh wrap that actually locks around your arm and tightens, and then I can actually put stuff on top of that that locks it in. That's more if I have a broken bone that's protruded, because then I have your protrusion bandages so I can actually get the bone reset back into place and go from there. Alrighty, I think that's everything in that little pack. I have little pockets everywhere in here. Yes, secondary quick tool. Alrighty, this is one people mostly enjoy, is what I call my second pack. And so inside you have your first pack. This is major. So everything in here is designed for major bleeds, major breaks, ballistics, all of that. And then you have this one again, it's a little smaller emergency, and each one has kind of a progression to it. This one here has the last bit for my major sack here. This is again tapes that I can use. There's a special glue in here so I can actually glue up a wound and you won't get a poisoning into your bloodstream. Now, these are the things people like to take on me. Always, shears. You'll never know what you're gonna have to cut through. Combat gear, pants, shirts. This gets me access really quickly. So I like my big shears. I also have my micro shears, again, nice and small. These are stainless steel, so I boil them basically every 6 months to make sure they're sterile. These I always keep in a little wrapper. I always use a new set, so if I've used this for any particular purpose, as soon as it's been unwrapped, I buy a new one and put it back in the sealer. That way, you don't have to worry that much about cross-contamination if you buy new sets every time. So that's one. What else I have in here? All right. Emergency blanket. You never know if somebody's gonna need that going into shock. And that's the whole bag. So, everything you need is broken down, major and non-major incidents. I always have a huge bag of gloves. These are the one thing I never have enough of. It always seems when it rains it pours. So if you have one person that seems to be bleeding, usually there's another one not too far away. Okay? But guys, I hope if you have any questions about this, I will be posting kind of your first aid list and the breakdown sheet of everything that's in here, because there's just so much. But everything is again broken into little packets. That way I know what I can grab, and if I grab a specific unit, I know what's in this one, and I know what I can use out of it. But again, you're not going to use all of this for a cut on the thumb. You're going to be using this for, like, this is the ballistic pads, majors, not majors, and so forth. So guys, I hope you enjoy, but this is just my quick first aid kit.